Good morning and welcome to the Naughty Dog live stream. I'm Dinah Bakeer, a web developer here at the studio, and we are really excited today to get to play Dreams here at our live stream. We host this show every 11 a.m. on Wednesdays, so please check it out. We play games we love, like in this case, and we also sometimes talk about games we make. So definitely tune in for some pretty awesome dev talks and some really fun gameplay. If you're on Twitch, please feel free to use the panel below if you have any questions and upvote the ones you like. And if you're on mobile, there's a little like green and blue circle. You can just click on that, throw your question up. When they're approved, they'll come through to me, and we'll be sure to have some pretty awesome chats and some really good times. And with that, let's get to our really fantastic guests. Today we have Marianne, Grant, and Kathy. Really excited to have y'all.
Super excited to be here.
Insert applause. Marianne's an animator here at Naughty Dog. Grant, you are a game designer, scripting specifically.
Yeah.
And Kathy, you lead the charge for focus testing and QA. So I'm really excited to get to playing a little bit of Dreams. Today we're not going to really focus on creation, but we'll get to see some really cool creations in the world. And then I think towards the end, we'll get to check out maybe some fan-made stuff, some The Last of Us, maybe some Jack and Daxter.
I'm so excited.
I'm really excited
I can't wait to see what people have made.
I cheated and had a little sneak peek, but I'm sure we're going to be having a really good time. It's still like really impressive what people have done.
That's awesome.
So I think we wanted to start off with having Marianne play Southpaw cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Cooking, something I don't do much of.
Okay, here we go.
All right. I've never played this before.
That's exactly as it should be.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So for those of you viewing right now, myself, Kathy, and Grant have all played this, but Marianne's relatively new to the majesty of Southpaw.
It says chop, fry, and what was it? Cook?
Cook.
There's no baking?
No baking.
No baking.
You have to get.
That's
Stove
I'm only
only.
good at baking. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, no.
And a strong start from Marianne.
Exactly how I cook.
Art imitates
Get
life.
that knife.
Yeah, you got it.
How do I?
I think I lower it. There you go.
And then there's is it
And yeah,
trigger?
Press. You hold the trigger down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it
you go.
is.
There you go.
Got the meat.
All over
right.
the pan.
How do we?
Steak in a pan? Okay.
How do you do your steak?
Grill it.
Grill it.
Yeah.
Look, it's browning.
Medium rare.
The steak's going.
That's how you do
Spinach
it.
with some garlic.
And then
At this point, it's
Oh wait, do we?
6 seconds.
well done. It's gonna be well done.
Oh, it's on
Oh.
full. Very well done.
Noted. You put onions and steak in a pan and fire just appears. And I'm
It looks
done.
good.
Bone
That was
apple
it.
feet. Do you want to try one more time?
Okay.
See if we can.
You got
Okay.
this.
Oh, I'm distracted because I'm on the phone. I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're distractedly cooking.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
Straight into the sink, all the way down.
No, she's trying to
At
clean
least
it.
now,
It's
I
Amazing.
okay.
now I don't have to do dishes.
That's yeah.
Oh, that's
How do-
phenomenal.
Where's my pan? I can't.
Oh,
Okay.
We can put
I
that on a
wanna
plate,
cut-
though.
I really want to.
Yeah, you should put.
There's
Where's
another.
my
It
knife?
looks like there's another knife up on the wall too.
Oh.
Oh, pots and everything's down.
That's okay.
This is really hard.
It's
Oh yeah.
for texture.
No, for everyone, this
Can I
is
just eat it raw?
deliberately wonky controls in this. in
Fully
the
raw
best way.
diet.
Now I
I
lost
love
my
it.
hand.
Oh,
Can
wait,
I get
did
the
you
one on
really
the,
it?
on the?
Yeah, do it. You got it. Don't cut yourself.
Clear.
I'm trying so hard.
Is there like a height limit on how high the hand can go? Is
Oh,
that,
not
no.
anymore.
All right, you have 8 seconds to get
I
something
have 8
together,
seconds before
Marianne.
the fire appears.
You can do this. Become the next master chef.
There.
Oh.
Do it.
Who needs
Fire.
dishes at this
Yeah,
point?
I mean, this saves on washing.
0
You
kilocalories.
failed.
it's
Bon
all
appetit.
good.
Okay.
All
Who
right.
wants to try?
Wait, that's
we
amazing.
got that out of the way. We just really wanted you to
So-
check this one out. Like we're just
So
like,
good.
this is hysterical.
I'm
But I want
curious
to
how
see
many
what happens
people.
if you can actually make a meal.
Oh, a huge thumbs up to Southpaw cooking.
Ashley, aka Banana Boat, who's currently in the chat, managed to make 110 points.
Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, yeah.
That's
Southpaw cooking.
What was the
incredibly
meal?
impressive.
It was half an onion and a well done steak.
Very well done.
All right, and then we can go
Phenomenal.
to.
Should we head back?
I think you. Yeah, there we go.
Trying to steer. Go pick something else for us. So these are all user made, right? This is just
Yeah.
everything curated by the people in Dreams.
Absolutely.
That's
It's
super
curated
cool.
from Media Molecule.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Actually,
amazing.
if we go down and go all the way to the left, Tom and Abby from Media Molecule, aka, please check out their Twitch channel. Media Molecule
Amazing.
has some great tutorials, and they also show some of their favorites. But Abby recommended Bouncing Duck Simulator, Vineland, and Super Great Job Human. So, Kathy, I'll leave that to you.
All right.
Which one of those we do?
I do.
That's a
This
great
sounds
name.
very appealing. I'm gonna try the bouncing duck. Oh my god.
Animal cute duck first person mystery simulation simulator
Mystery.
yellow.
Mystery. Wait, what happens? All right, let's play this
I'm so excited.
bouncing duck.
So, Marianne, you've been an animator in the industry now for how many years?
A long time.
A long time. And yeah, like,
Yeah, I've been at Naughty Dog 11 years.
oh wow.
That's
And
awesome.
like, so you worked on the Uncharted 1.
I actually, I've worked on all the Uncharted's, but Uncharted 1 I worked on when I was at Technicolor, which was the cinematics outsourcing studio that they
Oh,
used
no
at the
way.
time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
then my first game at Naughty Dog was Uncharted 2.
oh wow. So like you're one of the OGs. Like, how did you break into animation? Was this something you wanted to do, or?
Yeah, basically, Toy Story came out when I was in high school,
Yeah.
and I was like, I really want to do that. I don't know what that is, but I want to learn how to do that. Like, I knew it was art of some form, but animation wasn't taught in school, like in high school for me. So my fundamentals were, painting and drawing and
Oh wow.
like basic art fundamentals.
Sure.
And then the university I went to had like a little tiny like animation program within its art department. So I took all those classes and then I built my portfolio and was like, I don't know if I can get a job with this. So I was like, I'll go to grad school. So I went to grad school.
And like they had like an animation program, and did
Grad
you do,
school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to CalArts, California Institute of the Arts, and got my MFA there.
Oh.
And that's out here in LA, so that helped kind of establish more networking and connections while I was in school there, like doing internships during the summer and all that.
And so did you do classic animation and 3D, or was it like
Yeah.
both? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, we actually had to do 2D first and then take the 3D classes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. And then I was asking earlier, and I guess I want to bring this up again. You were mentioning that the tools haven't vastly changed since you started. Like, for example, you still use programs like Maya. is there any other tools that you wanted to
Well, the
like
tools,
highlight?
they have changed.
Yeah.
They have changed. Some of the tools, like what we were talking about earlier, was some of the proprietary tools that we write here in the studio. Like there are some that have just kind of been added onto and improved upon over the years that we've been using since I got here, along with all the new ones that we've made.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, like most of those are actually made in studio.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is when I first came to Naughty Dog, I was impressed by how many different tools were just made by programmers here, or people were like, I need a thing, so I'm just going to make it myself. And in a way, still to this day, like a lot of, like whether it's design, animation, any of us, even in QA, a lot of tools have been custom made, bespoke. So that's pretty interesting to hear. And I guess like one of the biggest things that we notice from our audience is they're like, how do I get started? For example, a lot of people want to do animation, but it looks difficult. So what would you say to someone who wants to do this but is not sure, or?
Well, if they're already in school, treat every single project that you are signed as a portfolio piece or a potential to be a portfolio piece, and make it the best that you can. And hopefully, like by the end of school, when you graduate, you have a big chunk to choose from. Then you can like make your portfolio or your reel, or at least figure out what aspect of animation you want to be involved in, because a lot of people enter into school thinking, I want to do animation, but maybe they're more interested in the technical side, like rigging, or maybe they want to do modeling, or maybe they want to be a character artist. But it's always under like kind of one big umbrella until you get to school and people are like, oh no, there's all these tiny little subdivisions, and then you can start to focus on what you really want to do. But yeah, that would be, and network and work on your portfolio like constantly, get feedback from people, find a mentor, do an internship. Every single summer you're in school, you should be doing an internship or working in the industry in some form. That would be my recommendation.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things I want to touch on that you said is so many people make things and they love to do different kinds of projects, but they're always so scared to show it to people or to connect to others. And like, I think that's a big thing that you just kind of have to get over and just show to people, get feedback.
Oh, you have to, or else how are you going to grow? How are you going to improve on something if you don't get a second pair of eyes on it? We constantly do that here, you know, on everything. You have to, right? So you can be so into something, working on it for, weeks, and someone else could come and look at it and be like, oh, it would be so much better if you worked on this part and this part and this part, but you're blind. Your blinders are up because you've been in it until you get that feedback. You're like, and then they say that, and you're like, you're so right. Like, thank you so much, and I'll, the next day, like, okay, I know how to fix that.
I remember thinking that seeking feedback on stuff was initially like a sign of critique, or like, here's something super wrong with what you're doing. And there's an easy fear to get into of, I don't want to show all my stuff to everyone else because of, here are all the things wrong. But it's not about that. It's about perspectives that other people have on what you're doing that you don't have and can't have yet and haven't learned yet. And that's what you can learn from and grow from bringing your stuff to other people. Is like, we do it every day. I'm always up and at other people's desks and trying to talk through like what we need to do, what we need to focus on, how we need to prioritize things. And that just comes from recognizing that other people have experiences you don't, or understanding of different things than you do. And it's not just about like, here's what's wrong, here's what needs to be better, anything like that, as much as getting that fresh look.
That being said, when you are getting your critique, it's really nice to
Sure.
also hear.
Absolutely.
It's really nice to hear like, oh, this is really working, but then let's try and improve upon this other thing that's not working. Starting off with that like negative feedback can be like, oh, really deflating.
Yeah. But I think also looking at it as, I want to just make this better or the best possible. And even if you think this is perfect in every way, I think it's best even just to have a second pair of eyes, because why not have the best work possible?
What is happening to that?
I know,
So
we're having like a very great
right
conversation, and I'm so curious what this bouncing duck simulator is
Kathy,
happening.
can you bring us back to?
Are you stuck?
I've been bouncing this duck around the wall all the
You have
time.
319.
Yes.
So does the duck move by spinning around?
I think you just have to.
Oh,
whoa! You have
there's
a
another
second
duck in the.
I have to like bounce as many ducks as I can. Like, I
Do you
guess.
juggle them or like wait?
Oh, I just have to. I bounce them. Bouncing simulator.
This duck is how I feel on a regular basis.
There's a little cube and a little battery, and I I'm so curious.
This kind of reminds me of Portal a little
I know.
bit.
I was.
Right?
This is like crafted a world I did not expect
I
from.
just don't know what
Wait,
to
do you
do.
put that in the
Bouncy Duck
square on the
Simulator.
wall? Wait, what the?
I don't know.
Oh man.
This is the magic of dreams. Just the.
It's astounding that
trying to
someone
get it in
made this.
Yeah, really.
And I think like so just for reference for people who are
sorry.
tuning in, we're gonna purely be like looking at games, but if you do want to actually try making creation, a lot of people suggest using the Move controller. So and there is kind of like a high learning curve initially with anything though. Like I think all of us can say easily for each of our respective industries, there's always been a learning curve to getting good. But it's insane that people literally used controllers to make something like this, much less it looks great.
It's incredibly cool, and it's incredibly cool to take something like your PS4 controller or your Move controller, something that a lot of people already are familiar with, maybe more than software tools that are out there, and have that be the channel through which you can start. Like, there's full modeling in here. There's animations. There's
I can't wait to try this at home.
seriously.
Like,
Yes.
when I have
So
a little
fun.
bit more time.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to get this game.
After I saw it, I started tinkering around with it a little bit at home, and it's addictive. You kind of fall into this wormhole, like, I have to make a tree. I have to, like you just kind of see also what you like.
Yeah.
Like, for example, audio, I'm not musically inclined, but you can do music here too.
Yeah.
You can do, like, everything.
That's what I'm excited to check
Yeah.
out. If we can make a little music in this, that's going to be so cool.
Absolutely. And, like, yeah, it's like kind of an all-inclusive game engine, game browser, all this.
And like clearly very robust with like the scale of, not just the scale of any one project, but like the variety of different things people have come up with in this is like blew me away when I was first like browsing through, because there's a whole like very robust underlying structure to people being able to create like short films and either small game idea projects or just like the
Some
whole
of the
spaces
art,
to wander
some
around
of the
in.
art is like, and that's all done with the Move controllers, you're saying?
Oh, yeah. Or you
a
can use
glass
the
thing.
regular controller, but from my experience and the experience of others, the Move controller is the most
little
nuanced way to
snowflake
do
duck.
it.
Oh, it
But
was
can
a
you bring
snowflake
assets
duck.
in, like
is-
Photoshop
whoa.
assets, or?
Whoa.
That I don't know,
It's a rocket
actually.
duck.
I think that it's
Whoa.
mostly like you just
Oh my
create it
God.
in
No, get back.
you create it in here in this environment, but there is also a large library where you can use assets made by other people, and they'll be listed as
terrifying.
collaborators.
And like,
or,
if you're using assets from other people, then can you build upon those assets?
yeah,
Right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that asset is blue, but I want it to be purple. Or
yeah, you can make
Smaller or
adjustments.
bigger, or-
Yeah, I believe
does
that.
that include animations too?
I believe so. I think that it's all inclusive in a sense. So I from what I've seen
great.
on like the indreams.me, you can like kind of search and then see what's available. So whether it's an animation, whether it's a model, an environment even in
Yeah.
some cases, those are available as separate elements on top of the actually fully realized games.
And talk about ways of putting stuff out there and like getting things out for people to get eyes on. Like this is
I'm
I think-
totally making my daughter's game in this. Or she can help me.
That's
I mean, she's only
phenomenal.
6, but yeah.
So yeah, your daughter drew out a
She-
level.
Yeah, so she likes to draw, and I swear she fills out like 20 pages a day, just doodles. And
awesome.
she drew a maze. We'd been playing Journey, and so she
so good.
so she like drew her own like level map, and it starts like in a cave, and then you have to get away from the pirates. And you either cross the bridge that might explode, or you go like the other way that's like a secret path. And then there's a room where you can take a nap.
Oh,
And
Amazing.
and then you have to
necessity.
find the treasure. And at the very end, there's a disco ball and a dance party.
Aw,
Yes,
I love that.
that's amazing.
Always a
great.
happy ending. That's so cute.
Yeah.
I want to play
And it's
that
like very
game.
colorful.
Yeah.
You know, it's a top-down view, so there's like a lot of potential. And
Awesome.
actually, an ex-Naughty Dog, his name is Peter Field, and he actually works on Dreams.
Oh.
Oh, amazing.
He was the one that was like, "You should totally make this in Dreams," like before I even knew what Dreams was. So I'm going to do that.
That's
That's so
an
great.
endorsement, especially, you know, I think that's a big thing for a lot of people is like, this is kind of an all ages thing. As long as you find one thing you like, you
Sure.
can build on it here. And I wish I had something like this when I was younger.
No, shattered this TV screen.
Oh, I broke the TV
Oh, no.
screen.
Should we try something
Test
else
another game.
and pretend like we didn't just break
We didn't. I didn't.
someone's
I didn't
private
The
property.
bouncing game simulator.
I didn't. Yeah.
Here, let's try out Vineland.
Yeah. Give this-
Vineland. Oh, a
Yeah,
big,
thumbs up.
big ups for
I really
bouncing
like
duck
P
simulator.
Yes.
underscore Havu. That was really wild.
So good.
Right.
So kind of on the note of collaboration, level
Oh,
design.
excellent.
Yes.
Grant,
Yeah.
you are specifically a scripter.
Yeah.
What disciplines are in game design specifically?
That's a really good question. It'll vary from studio to studio, but for us, hold on, I'm gonna also try to start Vineland at the same time as breaking down all of game design. For us, in general, we have two sorts of specializations in game design. We have layout designers who are drawing those maps, sketching out what the shapes of the play space are going to be, blocking out before it goes to artists to be fully realized. And then we have scripters, which is what I do, who are writing. It's script. It's high-level code, not our foundational low-level code. On top of those spaces in order to hook up animations and progression and combat and all of the interactive bits that fill out what that level is going to be. And there's overlap. People hop in and do, we have some of our layout designers are also competent scripters coming in and helping out on that stuff. But in general, folks tend to specialize in one or the other. And that's a very cool collaboration of seeing a level in, we call it block mesh, in its sketched out shape form, and then watching that come to full realization as it gets full art and animation and everything, bringing it to life.
And
Really cool.
One thing I noticed in the studio is animators and scripters actually talk a lot.
All the time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All the time. Because a lot of getting those animations to work exactly right is a combination of having them trigger at the right times and blend in the right ways. And there's a lot of close collaboration that happens there.
And we do touch scripts too.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, a lot. I mean, you might be an animator for features or for TV and never touch a script, but in games, it's definitely more collaborative than that.
Absolutely. Which is huge. That makes a big difference to have folks that have that eye on how the animation should really be playing out and everything.
And do you learn scripting for animation in school, or is that something you have
can.
to? You can?
Yeah, I did not focus on that. Everything I've learned has been on the job, which kind of is a lot of jobs.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and those that focus on scripting in Python for Maya, a lot of the animators focus on that. Those are more technical animators, and they write some tools for us and help our animations look better.
Technical animator. That's really cool, because I never would have thought that there would be such a technical side to animation. I mean, now I know, but prior I was always imagining the flipping of the sheets and things
Right.
like that. It's crazy to know how much technical background can kind of be beneficial going into animation and especially design.
It's super helpful,
Yeah.
especially if you can understand the technical side. Then you can figure out what's wrong, if something is wrong, if it's more than just what's broken on the animation side.
And speaking of things being wrong, QA. So, Kathy, you actually started off with dev support. So,
This is
what is
enchanting.
dev
Yeah.
support?
So with us, we go through the whole process of the gameplay. We check out the mechanics, and the scripting, the animation that these guys work so hard on, and then we kind of just add a little layer of help on top. So if they feel kind of overwhelmed, or maybe if they feel we like this to happen instead of this to happen, we kind of just add in our own opinions or maybe some code work, but just a thin layer of help is what we
Yeah.
do for dev support.
Literally support.
Literally support. We're there all the time, making sure everything is in tip-top shape. for it.
And from there, you moved into focus testing.
Yes.
And how did dev support inform that? Focus testing? Did it help you in terms of ingesting feedback and handing it and using that as a metric for how to make certain levels better or make certain things more powerful?
Sorry, this is terrifying.
Oh my goodness.
just
Oh my
went to
goodness.
This has been like this
reaction.
beautiful montage of this burnt out landscape and like overgrown and like very Last of Us like feeling
It says
actually.
enter here. I think.
No, don't
yeah.
enter.
I was like, no. I was curious if there was an interactive component to it. This seems
Like
a very cool
Yeah.
kind
Cutscene.
of like
It's beautiful.
It's like a level kind of fly through.
This is
I'm scared.
It's
I
very,
mean,
it's
I'm
very
scared.
spooky.
the ominous music.
I don't like
But
it.
it's gorgeous. We would
Yeah.
like
And
it's super evocative.
I mean, it does hit that scare factor. I'm getting that factor. So it's like,
I'm just grateful it doesn't have that like ominous
Look at the
cello that
water.
they had in Chernobyl
Yeah, look
and
at that
the
reflection.
Joker.
yes.
That's incredibly cool. The sun reflecting over the water. That's awesome.
So yeah, I guess we were like, oh my god, that's beautiful. Let's check out. So Vineland, let's thumbs that up.
100% we got a
Let's-
thumbs up. This is
it's beautiful.
gorgeous.
This is gorgeous.
What an awesome like
Zeke
counterpart
and
to the stuff we
Vitamin
were looking at so
G90
far.
killing it.
Like,
Yeah,
really.
let's exit out.
Exit
So
creation,
also
yes.
thanks to Tom and Abby again from Media Molecule for suggesting this. This
Oh,
is
for
stunning.
sure. This was
Yes.
beautiful.
And let's circle out. And then they also recommended Super Great Job Human.
Okay, amazing. Do you mind if I try this one? Is that cool?
Please, yeah. And
Is
two
that
Dreamers
is that a
already playing.
robot talking to a human that's saying that? Like,
it
super
sounds
great
like it.
job, human.
Super great job,
Good for a
human.
human, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I would like to imagine.
Wander Media.
All right, so I like how humans just emphasized.
Press X to start the
just-
demo. Need
it's so nice
a
and
second
condescending at the
player
same
can
time.
join in and control an imp of their own. If we
Hey.
end up wanting to do that. The story thus far. Ram has awoken in Obsolencia, a purgatory for obsolete tech.
Big
Guided
man.
by his new friend, the Commodore, he searches the 5 realms of Obsensia for the ancient relics that may help him escape his fate. Amazing.
You have a very good narration voice.
Oh,
just
thank
FYI.
you. All right, 12
All right.
ancient relics and reach the goal.
Oh, it's a floppy disk. Now I feel old.
It's an ancient relic.
I played Oregon Trail on that. Come on.
Fine.
Computer club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my favorite.
See, there was an Oregon Trail app on App Store that I remember pulling down. That's when I experienced.
Did you get dysentery?
Yeah, cholera, a lot of cholera on the Oregon Trail. Electronic Arthurs.
Oh.
I walked into the demo sale.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh.
hello.
Oh no. This is exactly how I bought my last car.
Hey, kid,
Oh,
want to buy
no.
some skins? You know, skins.
No.
Turn your gun into a beautiful, gaudy eyesore. You don't have a gun? Then how do you solve all your problems?
Wow.
That's so American.
Good. A critique. Sounds like some hippie nonsense to me. I'm all about cold, unfeeling capitalism.
Oh no.
The 3 sweetest words in the English language. Pay to win.
Oh God, this is
Good.
Wow.
Oh,
this is an
amazing.
allegory for our current
I have
political
to bite my
climate.
tongue.
Yeah. Is there ever been to the crumbling coast? The place is just littered with those things. You can avoid their mother. They're all free for the taking.
Okay.
So we got some questions from
Oh,
the
phenomenal.
viewers. So the first one is, could you guys play some Crash Bandicoot Dreams? Yes, we will.
Oh, 100%.
We
I
will.
would love
We
to play
have
some
that on our
Crash
list.
Dreams.
10 out of 10, spicy. For each of you, I think that
oh, cool.
part of this informs.
That's cool.
What is your favorite game that Naughty Dog has made? Whether it's from a professional background or just as a fan.
That is hard. Oh,
You have worked
You're
on
like,
the most of them.
I know.
that is hard.
Press R1 to release your imp. Go. Oh, the imp is
I
free.
really, really loved Uncharted Lost Legacy. I really,
really good.
I really love that game for so many reasons. Yeah. And Uncharted 4,
Yeah.
and The Last of Us, and Uncharted 2. I mean,
All of them. Basically all of them. She loves all of them.
No
There's
question
no
there.
I can't really put them in order.
Yeah.
But
How do I-
I really liked that one a lot.
Maybe your
Agree
imp.
with you.
Maybe
Yeah,
because
what
there's
can
two
my imp do?
main characters are female.
Yeah,
It's just
and
like
they're
a
cool.
really nice change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're fun and dynamic and really cool. And I think one of the cool things about Lost Legacy is like they were in and of themselves characters that could have been any gender, but like they were just really cool, like just really well spoken about, just really well. Like you kind of wanted to know more about them. You always really loved engaging with them. So I agree with you on Lost Legacy. That's definitely one of my top 5.
Nice.
Grant, no pressure.
It's got to be The Last of Us for me.
Last of Us?
It partly as a game and partly from where I was when I played it. Like it was the first. I grew up. I have a deep and fond love for Nintendo growing up, Mario and Zelda and everything. And then Last of Us came out right when I was first got like a non-Nintendo system, and it was my first like super cinematic, immersive like video game narrative, and just blew me away, and will always like hold a very specific and special place in my heart, which is why I'm like still pinching myself getting to work on the sequel. It's like unbelievable.
Did you just jump on a
Floppy
disk
On a
drive?
disk drive right here, and my little imp can help pull
That's
it
so
out.
fun.
You can interact.
Oh, look
so
at the reflection.
you
It's
can
cute.
you
That's
can
cool.
release your imp, and then they can interact with things in the world.
I love the squash and stretch on that guy.
Yeah, right.
He's
those principles
bouncy
right
dude.
there.
Yeah.
How about you, Kathy?
Oh, tough. I would have
Oh, a bad. It's a Tamagotchi.
a favorite. I would
Looks
have
like
to
a
say the
Tamagotchi.
first Uncharted, as mainly as a fan, because I'm fairly new to working here at Naughty Dog. I don't have as many years on me, but the first Uncharted was the first time I just fell in love with the kind of the adventure RPG feel. It was an introduction to, because like Grant, I grew up with Nintendo stuff. I grew up with a lot of like the GameCube, Nintendo 64, just Mario everywhere. And then when
Which
I
is not a dig on Mario. Like holy
no,
cow.
I love Mario, obviously.
Whoa, that got
big
big.
Nintendo fan. But then my dad got me my first PlayStation.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
Caps lock
he
makes
was
the
like
letters
a
capital
little
and
like,
larger.
you need something not so violent. I'm like, okay. And he got me Uncharted. I was like,
Gunfights.
yeah, gunfights. I'm like,
But
Yeah.
PG-13 gunfights.
So you can
it
double
looks,
jump to
he
fly.
thought it was like
Double
your
jump and
typical
hold.
like adventure that I would like, and I
Oh.
fell in love as a fan. And I would have to say the first
Progress to the
Uncharted
next
was
Yeah.
valley.
probably my personal favorite.
Okay.
And one of the things I wanted to highlight that when
Wait, what about you, Dina?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't think you're getting off easy. We're not answering your favorite Naughty Dog
I
question.
knew this would happen.
Pressure.
On a professional level, Last of Us.
Yeah.
I personally. Oh no.
It's been
It's
an
been
honor.
an honor, human.
Am I the first person to die?
Final transmission received.
Oh no, it's been
I don't
an
get a
honor,
good job,
human.
human.
Oh,
You did good.
I
Human.
didn't do a good
You
job,
did
so
good.
I don't get. I
You
don't
did your
get
best,
praise.
human.
You got this. Human. No.
So sorry, I got all the tutorials and you didn't.
So how
if
do
you
I
jump
fly?
and then tap to hold, so like double jump and hold the second one. Yeah.
Oh,
he's
then it. Okay.
Yeah. And then when you release, it
It's
goes.
short-lived power boost.
Yeah. Can't be flying around infinitely.
Make it. Okay.
Oh, well done. Professional level Last of Us. is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just like Marianne.
I know.
You're killing it though. You got this.
I blame myself for this. It
I play
blames
lots of
itself.
games.
Yeah.
Okay.
when we're
All right,
we're
one
not
more time.
in the
One more
middle
time.
of the dev cycle.
Then. Okay.
But yeah, Last of Us. When I was in college, I primarily focused on writing a lot,
Nice.
political science and communications.
Oh, cool.
And it was the first time I played a game where I was like, I wish I did that. I wish I could have been
Yeah.
part of something like that.
Sure.
And you know, when you're like feeling a little jealous that you couldn't be a part of something, that's when you know this is pretty legit.
Yeah.
What do I do with
For
these
sure.
things?
I could say the same for Uncharted. Like, it's just Nathan Drake is one of my favorite
I have to get up.
characters ever. Just based on like how just fun and charismatic and, you know,
Oh,
just so fun. Like,
My squishy.
100%.
on a
you're so
personal
cute.
level, it would be
Little
Jack and
imp.
Daxter, the very first one.
Oh, sure.
My brother's 5 years older than me, so we didn't have a lot in common. I was like the dweeby little sister, but we played that so much together, and I have
Amazing.
so many good memories of Jack and Daxter in Crash Bandicoot as
Yeah.
well. Just our time together where my mom wasn't like, why are you showing her people getting shot in a game? So yeah, that's my long-winded answer.
Nice. Oh, it makes good
Good.
sense.
I love it.
I believe
And
it.
then
it's tricky.
actually, I guess this would be for all of you. Like on a resume or portfolio, would mentioning a game that you've made on Dreams be a good idea? What do you think so
Ooh,
far from what
good
you've
question.
if it's good.
I would 100%,
Yeah.
like, I would 100% look at something someone made on this. Like, the tool set here is enough that you can really see creativity shine, and if you have some project that you've made, some design idea, some art piece, anything, like, alongside whatever other work you're doing, like, it's something that I would absolutely take a look at.
Oh yeah. From
You're
a
going in
QA's
circles.
perspective,
I am
if
going
they-
in circles. I'm not going
Yeah.
anywhere. I was trying to see if there was a way up to the top of this one.
Jump on the
But-
memory.
Yeah.
on the
From a
floating
QA's
memory card.
perspective, if they were to include a game on the resume, I'm pretty sure it'd be like, okay, this is definitely something. Do I see it and do I want to play it?
Yeah.
And do I want to like play it over and over and see if there's more things to it than just the base level? Then yeah, most definitely I would.
I would
love
say.
To, I would.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would totally love to see what you made, and I want to see if I can break it.
100%. Yeah, I want to see if you can break it, is that what you said? It's like half testing this person and half testing Media Molecule.
Progression
But all,
might be
but
nice
all
too.
love, it's all
Progression.
love.
Sure.
See, like maybe have like your first. Usually for your portfolio, you only want to show like your best things, but sometimes people want to see the progression of something as
Yeah.
well. So maybe to see like the first one that you made, and then like maybe after spending some time in Dreams for a little bit, then the last thing that you've made, and then you can see the improvement and the
Oh,
growth.
sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I was thinking.
That's
That's,
really
a really
important.
good.
I also think it shows an ability to be able to work with different engines
Yes.
and be able to adapt to like the strengths and maybe even sometimes limitations of each, which is pretty cool. Like if you know Unreal and Unity and can adapt to most,
look at that.
that's
Yes.
a pretty big thing. So I don't see why Dreams would be excluded. There's one game on here called The Pilgrim that
Oh.
I easily think could be like a standalone. Like if it wasn't on Dreams, I would play it, period.
Should we test it out? Should we go find it?
Well, let's do some fan stuff first.
Oh, yeah, amazing.
But
Here, wait, I'll
we can
pass it back
definitely
to you.
visit that towards the end. But it showed some just incredible design, like game design. I was just like, I would never have thought of that or things
awesome.
like that. I think even that is a portfolio piece. As long as you show thoughtfulness in what you do and show maybe something that's a little innovative, you can do that with any tool, especially a tool like Dreams. I sound like, not Spawn.
I think that's really important. I think it's really important to realize that it is a tool,
Yeah,
For sure.
right?
absolutely.
It's not just going to hand over like, okay, now you have an easy way of making games. It doesn't mean that it's going to be like perfect, right? Like you have to learn how to use the tool, and then you make what you want to make.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And alongside that, like, depending on the studio that you would be applying for with this Dreams game, there is probably still value in also checking out the tools that studio would use. Like, we are not making our own games in Dreams at the moment, but so as a companion to projects that you were working on in Dreams, taking a dive into Maya or any number of Unreal, any number of the other existing tool sets that are out there would also do you some good as well. And then there are a lot of shared principles that I'm sure, yeah, thank you, that would come across and overlap amongst them.
Awesome. Yeah, like that's really comforting to know. I think that's also what makes this so cool. I think Dream's power is that it's accessible.
For sure.
So let's go look at some Last of Us.
Yes.
Do you want to look at Burning Car Dreams? Or let's see what else there is. We have a few saved here. I definitely saved a few of the Last of Us ones as surprises.
Oh,
There's
amazing.
a Jack and Daxter. Right
Yeah,
here.
I saved that one.
Yes.
And
This is so cool. People are going in and making.
Uncharted Pirate.
Uncharted Pirate. The Crash Bandicoot one looks really cool.
This one.
Rest of Us was actually requested by our audience. Shall we
Okay.
check this out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
do it.
party.
Oh, yes, I have actually seen this one. I haven't tried it yet. I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm scared. New game.
That's so
the-
cool.
Block mesh.
It has even the sound. Yeah, block mesh. Yeah.
The sound just took me back. I was like, what?
Yeah, they've got the actual. So there's got to be a way to then. You were asking about bringing in like files from other things. There's got to be a way to. As soon as they got exactly.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That's our girl.
Grab the pistol. The slide on and everything. Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, let's see. Oh. Oh, that's listen mode, I think. I'm not sure. Oh.
All right. Is it T1 controls? Do you remember?
Oh, that's
I
the
left this as a
sword.
pure surprise.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Wow. Okay.
So how many people would have worked on something like this?
From what I saw from the credits, there were 2 collaborators.
Wow.
Oh no, they caught me.
Oh, no.
Wait, brick.
Well, you know they're bad because they're
Oh.
red.
Yeah.
Good.
Any
helpful.
other color?
Yeah.
Totally fine. Oh, there's the brick.
UI. Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Go get him. Go get him.
oof, ouch, my bones.
I can't. Oh, there it goes.
Oh my.
No, I got you.
That is so cool.
This is crazy.
Oh, I missed.
Oh,
Nice. Take him out.
Yes.
me
Oh
Friday
my God.
evening. Just, oh, that's so cool.
Loot. Oh, I got my
You got
brick
some
back.
pistol ammo.
Yeah.
So some feedback from the chat is that we should use motion controls.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
agree, but I want to also say that for playing some of these games, I was far more comfortable with these controls personally. I think it's also, like, if you're going to do creation, use the move controls. But as far as actually playing some of these, I think it's a case-by-case basis, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
I'm so excited to try creation with that stuff though. Like
Yeah.
I'm totally getting it when I get home too, of just like
Get the camera, get
being
the
able
move
to
controls.
move and just sculpt out levels like this. That'd
I
be so
have the
cool.
move controls and we never use
Ooh.
them.
Not-
Here's your chance. Oh, tripwires.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was just like, because I used it on like Beat Saber and a few other VR
Sure.
stuff, but you know, those are games that I can play every once in a while. But when I get home, I'm just like, I just want to be a blob. So this is kind of a way to be a blob and use my move
There you go.
controllers. Yay!
Oh my God.
Can you
this is
distract
so
him?
I
And throw a
don't-
brick?
So Grant,
Oh,
I
no,
got
I don't
a
have any.
question for you.
Hit me.
When you want to come up and start developing a game,
What? They saw me?
where do you usually start? What's your approach to game design and your decisions?
It's a really good question. So it
Oh.
varies a little bit based on
Terrible. At this.
whether you're trying to make something on your own or whether you have a team of people that are all working together. So I started at Naughty Dog almost 2 years ago now, straight out of school. So this is like my only professional game development experience and is very colored by the way that we do things here. But if you're working on your own, there are some people start in different ways. Some people have an idea for a very particular mechanic or like a way of engaging with a game space that they want to build out around from there. Some people start with a story that they want to tell and say, how do I go from beginning to middle of the end on this story or with these characters? There's no right or wrong way to do either. If you are excited about, I really want to have the player move in this certain way or have this kind of particular interaction. I want to not use violence at all, and I want to go through and see how you can solve problems in a different way. Like anything can be the nugget of an idea that you then flesh out all the other systems of. And yeah, I know that's kind of like the answer is all of the ways, but it really is that some people start from like the kind of experience that they want the player to have, and some people start from a more like, I guess experience covers both story and mechanics, but you can either start from a more play interactive space or from a more sort of narrative space.
And I would say, so, like, Naughty Dog definitely, we come from story very heavily.
I think that's true, although we definitely put a whole lot of thought into with each game that what I've seen and what I've learned so far is like the mechanics of the game are a massive way to support that story, and like a whole lot of thought has to go into, okay, what's going to be different this time around about how you're engaging with the space, how you're interacting with enemies, how everything else.
Get him. Ah, no. I thought I could grab.
And a lot of that too comes from based on the character that you are and the characters that are around you, what is a believable or exciting mechanics to engage with. So like playing here as Ellie feels different than playing as Joel, and people saw that in The Last of Us, and that's one way in which we think very strongly about how mechanics and systems and story and character have to go hand in hand and have to support one another.
Yeah, that's really cool because you also brought up like the
Ooh,
nugget
neat
of an
key.
idea can
But it's
dictate
broken.
so much. Like
For
I want to
sure.
make a game without violence. Like how do you? That basically informs your whole game.
And just let that spark the next idea of and take you from thing to thing, but also serve as like a focal point, a touchstone, a thing you're going to refer back to as you're developing a game or as you're fleshing out an idea for something.
I just like did
You had
not
enough.
see that.
You had enough health to survive it.
Oh, Kathy, you're killing it.
Oh,
There's your
found the
key,
key.
the one you needed.
Yes.
This
guys-
is so impressive.
I love it.
I agree. Like this is dedication. We
So you-
can do this a little longer and then maybe check out a couple more fan-made
Sure.
nuggets.
Or we could, yeah. Well, I just fell over tripped mine. Now I'm embarrassed. So.
So you were asking earlier, Marianne
Let's
had the good
thumbs
point.
that up.
Yes.
Thumbs that up
yes,
for sure. Thumbs
yes,
up from Naughty
yes,
Dog.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a good example of what block mesh looks like. You were mentioning earlier, like this kind of, our layout designers are sketching out spaces in this format of using the shapes to guide
Yeah,
where the
and
player's
like
going to go.
and like once the level is where everybody's happy with design-wise, then it gets passed to art, and then they make it really pretty
Yeah.
and playable, and still playable. And then if you take a side by side of like the block mesh with the art on it, it's like it totally transforms.
Absolutely. That's something I'm really excited to see as Dreams evolves as a platform is like, if someone makes a block mesh level and puts it out there, will someone that is more inclined to art be able to take
Is that
that and
something you
sculpt
can-
it into
that's
something?
possible?
I
in
think
this?
so.
A good example
cool.
actually is the Seattle Arrival, if you want to check that one
Oh,
out.
no way.
It's based on John Sweeney's art, specifically. Like based on.
Based on,
yeah.
you can see it in the description,
Yeah.
based on the
Yeah.
concept art by John Sweeney. That's phenomenal.
That's so cool.
Birds.
And FYI, to the creator of this, John Sweeney has seen it and given his solid approval, thumbs up.
That's awesome.
Yes.
This is
Wonderful.
beautiful. This is, yeah, and so like even if you don't want to, even if you want to start small, this is not small by any means.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you want to start with like, I want to make a set, then it's doable. Absolutely. This is stunning.
Oh, it's so cool.
I'm so curious, like the grass. Like, do you put a texture in and then you can like paint with the grass, and then you have to put? I don't know
think
how
so.
this.
A lot of
Yeah.
it is painting.
Right.
Like
But
just
it's like-
creating, I don't know if they created tufts. I'm not sure how they did this specifically because
I've seen clips where you can go in and say like, okay, I'm going to move these sliders around, and it's going to control like the density of the grass and how far
Sure.
apart, how big
Yeah.
it is, and then you pick that and paint it across all over it. I think you have a fair amount of control over it. It's pretty cool.
this is,
I love it.
wow.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, it's
Blown
so
away.
that's so exciting, and it's
Can you
humbling, too, to
play
see.
this, or is
No.
it just it's just this?
This,
Just a set
this
piece.
one
Okay.
is yeah.
So yeah, let's check out the description real quick so we can. Double Thinker.
Big
Just
props to
thumbs
Double
up.
Thinker.
Yes,
Oh wow,
thumbs up
yeah.
that.
Double
Yes.
Thinker. Wow.
Seattle Arrival.
Wow. And then, yeah, like it's based on Seattle Arrival. And thank you, Shadow Self. The
Yeah,
music with
music's
this is
great.
Yeah.
and the bird animation and pathing. I noticed
yes.
that. That was cool. Snaxolotl.
Snacks a
Snacks.
lot.
I like that.
I love it.
There will never be a better screen name.
Still
We're
love it.
done. And let's see. Do we want to do another Tilo one? Do we want to do Jack and Daxter? Or I know Crash was requested.
Yeah.
so-
Why don't we do
So
Crash?
let's
since
do
it was
Let's do
Crash.
Crash.
Yes.
There's our boy. Oh.
Islands of.
We're gonna have.
Do you want to try, Marianne?
Oh, this music.
Yeah,
You
sure.
haven't played,
know,
you haven't played in a little bit.
my nostalgia just like shot back.
My heart. Oh, I wheeze. Oh,
PlayStation 2 Pro.
This is great. This is great.
That's amazing.
I'm in love. Wednesday, I'm in love. So good. Someone also did one that was the original PlayStation loading screen, and it was like I got chills.
That's
It
awesome.
brought me back to when I was a kid about to play Final Fantasy IX. I was just like, oh, their attention to detail, like those
fries.
details matter. Oh,
Okay. Now what?
do we
I think you
press
keep-
X?
press X,
Oh,
yes.
There we go.
All right.
This is
That's incredibly cool. And you can do full menus and stuff. This
nuts.
every turn there's like something deeper. To
Oh
come
my
up.
gosh.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're gonna hold.
That is so cool.
Oh, amazing.
That is so cool.
Oh my
Oh, he looks so
God.
Look, oh yeah, he looks really handsome.
good. What a handsome girl.
What a handsome person.
Oh my God. This is wild.
Wow. Okay. Wait, I need to get the boxes, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Get all the boxes.
And all the strawberries.
I like that there was a
This is so
disclaimer like
cool.
this is alpha and not final. I'm like,
Like,
this is great.
you're telling me,
Great,
yeah.
and it's only gonna get better from here. My goodness. Like,
Awesome.
I'm
this
not,
is amazing.
I'm not great at this, but
No, you're kicking butt.
Yeah.
I just want to run around. Life.
Oh no.
I just want to run around and what
Checkpoint.
else can I do?
Oh man.
Okay.
You can hold for
Return.
controls if you want.
To warp through.
Hold the
Hold.
touchpad for controls
Yeah.
if you want to see what else there is.
For controls.
Oh, just push it down.
Oh,
It
yeah.
says spin.
Spin, checkpoint.
Okay,
jump.
so spin and jump.
Cool.
Okay, I've done those.
I like those.
I've gotten.
I've mastered those.
I'm
Every game,
on.
I always forget the dodge
Get it.
mechanic. This I can
Okay.
do. 2 buttons.
Yeah, makes it easy and fun, simple. Great.
Actually, speaking of which, when you sent your submission in, you mentioned you play Yakuza, which excited me
no.
so
Oh, there you go.
much. One of my favorite series.
Oh my
and
God.
like, which one's your favorite?
Oh, that's really I don't know. I'm only on 3 at the moment, but I would have to say, I think 0 will have to be my favorite, only because you get to play as both Kiryu and Majima, which are both my favorite. Amazing people. And I always
What's
tell my
in
friends,
there?
like, I want it to
Oh
be.
no! Oh, what
that,
happened?
That was a bug.
Oh, dipped out. All right, bug
That
secure.
was a bug. Send it to QA.
We got it. We're on it.
We got this.
Like, we got it. Noted.
Wait, how am I going backwards?
Yeah, like
you
Goro
turned
is my
around?
favorite.
I got
Majima
turned
Goro
around.
is my favorite, so
Oh
I
my
feel you
God,
on that.
He is the best. He's hilarious. And
I want to go into that
This is so
building.
and their stories
Yeah, I
are
know,
so
right?
compelling. and
Yeah,
I love
Can you
it.
get out?
it gets
Can
so
you get out?
good.
It gets
I believe in
You
you.
can do it.
Just spit
can
out
do
of
it.
it. Make,
Oh, it might
make
be.
a whirlpool.
Or it was. I like how the controls about him like negging
Okay.
you. Like, are
You're
you
like,
sure?
Are you sure? Yeah.
I'm gonna go into a different place.
All right, you
Yeah.
got this.
There
2.
we go. Yeah. Oh, can I not?
No, I think it's loading.
Oh,
Okay.
boom! There we go.
That's so cute.
Ooh, ooh!
Ooh.
This is an accomplishment.
This is awesome.
Wow. Like, backgrounds are
So impressive.
so cool.
Oh man,
Ooh,
this
can you do
is-
something with the fire? No.
But it is pretty. What was that mushroom bounceable though?
Was it?
There's a mushroom?
There's like there was a blue mushroom head
Yeah.
to your left, right there.
Is it? Oh, it is.
Yes.
Yes!
That is so.
Amazing.
Okay, I need to get.
Immediately I see like
need to
bouncy
get- oh, I
mushroom.
need to
I'm
get
like,
up
oh, it's
there.
got to be. Get it.
Yes.
Get it. There's one up there.
Come on! Come on!
Yes.
Did I get it?
Yes.
You
I
got
didn't
you
get
got
it.
collected though.
I didn't
Broke the
get-
box.
Okay, one more
That's
time.
what matters.
Woo! I think I got it that time.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
and
no.
down in the
Let's
cracks.
let's not get stuck. No.
I believe in you.
Just jump.
No.
No.
can do this.
Oh no.
No.
She, oh no. No, she got it.
This is what we call outside of collision.
I'm just.
So I got kind of
Okay.
a deep question.
Oh,
But
okay.
like,
I gotta go back
I feel
to
like
the
we kind
warp
of
room.
ask a lot in the studio. It's like, what childhood game made you want to pursue the job you have
you.
today?
Ooh.
What was the question?
What childhood game did you play that made you want to pursue video games?
Other than Toy Story,
Other
which
than
is
Toy
also a very
Yeah,
valid.
it's not a game.
I
there
know.
is a game.
I mean, it's probably a game now. But
There-
it wasn't
there-
a game
there-
when.
I'm sure are Toy Story games. but-
Um,
Okay, wait. How is spin? How do you spin?
I think circle.
just push a button.
Oh, square.
Push a button.
Square spin. I'm betraying my lack of crash knowledge.
It's a tough
Okay,
question.
not gonna be a
so-
perfectionist.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like I know the games that I enjoyed playing as a kid, but I didn't go into animation thinking like, oh, I was going to end up in games.
Oh,
it
really?
just was like a natural progression.
And like, is there any game like from your childhood that you would be like, I would play again, or just brings back fond memories?
Oh yeah, like a ton, like Myst and Riven.
Mist. Oh,
Yeah.
I loved Mist.
Yeah, which is probably why I like the Uncharted games so much because there's so many
you
puzzles and
exploded.
a lot of story.
Oh no, what
Yeah.
happened?
Oh,
Did
those
I-
are ball.
Oh, nitro. It's nitro, so I got to jump over it. Oh, too early.
2.
And Grant, you're not escaping from this either.
Oh, I'm not trying to escape. For me, it was.
Yes.
Oh, nice, made it. Sorry, I had to focus there for
This
a
is
second.
really cool.
I
I
totally
do not-
wasn't stalling
Yeah.
to think of my answer. I
How
was
many
trying
people
to-
worked on this? Do we know?
Can we see? Is there a way we can?
Let's see.
Full credits.
Just one.
Full credits.
Oh, 2. Oh,
Okay, so those
Design.
are all the user creations
Okay,
that were
cool. So
implemented.
this is what we were saying. You can pull in art and design and things by other people.
Wow,
Audio
this
by
is
Debonair
so
Toast.
cool.
So this is
These
a
usernames
lot
are
of
really great.
people,
Yeah.
or but they're not all collaborating. These are assets that were used by
Yeah. I
other
think that's
people.
right.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's right. And so that's really cool that they're all credited right in here. Of you go to the full
So
credits
as soon
and
as
see.
you use an asset from somebody, that credit goes into.
Seems like it.
Cool.
But Dopey
That's awesome.
Fries
Dopey
orchestrated all the rest of
Fries.
these.
I wonder how long it took Dopey Fries
Yeah,
to do
seriously,
this.
Dopey Fries. If you watch this later, please let us know.
Yes.
Yeah, please. That's a huge shout out. For me, it was The Legend of Zelda. Like,
Which one?
I would say Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and then I don't know about defining childhood game, but Breath of the Wild really broke my brain in the best ways for what you could do with an open world game. And how it's kind of what we were talking about earlier, how you can use systems. Talking and jumping is hard. Actually, here, yeah, Kathy, do you want to just get over the nitro?
I don't think I can do any better. Nope.
How you can use a game's mechanics and systems to support an emotional connection was just masterfully done
I
there.
got this.
Yeah.
And then Journey, we mentioned earlier as well,
yeah,
was like
yeah.
a huge inspiration for me. Just something that Journey's something I return to every couple of years, just to like dive back into that and
I recently
experience.
let my
I don't
kids
think
play
they
it.
want you to go
Yeah.
past this point, so let's check out
Oh,
another.
got it. Okay.
They do.
Looks like there's stuff back there.
I was like, that was tough.
Do spin jumps make this again? Betraying my crash lack of knowledge. If you spin while you jump,
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
Aw.
Question answered. Okay. Pro strat. Can you jump around the pillar? Skip the bombs altogether.
All right, QA, let's kill this.
So
You
we're
got
getting
this.
close to the
Doubtful.
hour.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is there one more creation you wanted to check out?
I was doubtful, but
we made it work. Huge thumbs up for Crash
Yes,
Bandicoot.
Yeah.
thank you so much.
That was
It
exceptionally great.
It's great.
Yeah, we're almost at the end of the hour. Do you guys want to check out one more creation
Sure, I'm
before
down.
we? All right.
what else has been suggested?
Sam, Ashley, are we Gucci with that? We got thumbs up.
Nice.
Thumbs up across the board.
Thanks
Thank
again
you.
to Sam and Ashley for
I leave this to
take us
you.
home, Kathy. See what we got. Yeah.
Take
Oh,
us home, country
no.
roads.
Take us home, country road.
Do you wanna? We could do maybe another fan item, or we can do the Pilgrim, which was one of my favorites,
Oh, I am very curious.
We could do the Pilgrim.
or we can do Jack and Daxter.
It is up to you guys.
Or-
I'm very curious about the Pilgrim, but I also love all these fan creations and
Let's,
super want to support them.
Let's do one last fan creation. Though.
Okay.
I want to leave. If you're watching this right now and you're picked up Dreams or you're planning on it, play the Pilgrim. Like,
Okay, yeah,
just
good
do
call.
it.
Good call.
I feel like a big part of it is just how delightful it is. So I think on the far left,
It's okay.
do you want to see the Last of Us Part 2 Burning Car Dreams remake?
Let's do it.
This is just
Sure.
a set piece. Oh, no, this is a game. This one was really cool.
Is it interactive? Is playable?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
8 Monkey Boy 21.
8 Monkey Boy.
It's great.
So let's see if we can restart it so we can kind of get you in fresh.
Oh, good call.
Yes. And then let's do that.
Cool, look, our game's done.
We did it.
We're done, yay!
Naughty ape.
I like how they even got the padding around the logo. Our
Yep,
designers
the black,
were
white.
happy.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Oh, I love that fire.
This is so.
Scan mode, interact. Cool. I think we got everything.
Incredibly
Let's see.
cool.
Oof. Wow. Toggle that off. There it goes.
Oh, so we actually got a really cool mention. TM Fuang is in the chat. He said he and his brother made Pilgrim.
No way!
Wow, this is an honor. I can't wait for y'all to play.
Please definitely go check out Pilgrim. That's incredibly cool.
Or absolutely, or if we have some downtime, maybe off air.
Yeah,
Definitely try it out.
If we're not about to play it, I'm gonna go home tonight and play it immediately.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait.
Yes.
Thank you
shout out,
so
guys.
much.
Yeah.
Like I'm really
Yes,
excited.
oh my
You made such a
goodness.
cool set piece. It's just it's stunning.
We're excited. We're very excited.
I know I talked a lot about the Pilgrim, but like it's so cool.
It's so good. I cannot tell you. A brick.
Yeah.
A brick. I can't pick it up.
I think based on what we're looking at and just kind of one more question I can get to, we can just go down the line. What's a typical day here like for you? It's a tough, broad question, but I think it's definitely worth talking about.
It's hard to answer that because it depends on what part of production we're in.
Sure.
It varies, you know, like it'd be, my day is going to be very different than, you know, Grant's day, for instance.
Sure.
I get in early, I leave early, I have kids, you know, might work through lunch, might not work through lunch, those kinds of things.
Sure.
Or like could be pre-production where we're doing lots of meetings and trying to figure out like, how is this level going to work, and you know, are we ready to go to the motion capture stage and shoot things and get things in the game, or do we need to get approvals, and like, or are we in production where we're like making everything and we're just like make fix bugs.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't right now. It's like my brain is too clouded to like answer that question based on where we are in
Sure.
production.
I would say for me, it's a split. I spend part of my time at my own desk, working in script, working in our editor, either getting stuff in the game, fixing things, adding things, and then a whole bunch of time up out of my desk, going over to animation, going over to background, going over to foreground, going over to programming, working with all the other departments so that we can get what we. Oh no
Yeah,
way!
he plays a clicker.
No way! Is that a bottle in your head fungus?
Maybe.
That's amazing.
I think also like if you walk around a bit, there's some arrows right in his back.
Oh, I'm trying to get. I think.
Wait, are you the clicker?
I think so. I
Yep.
think you are controlling a clicker right now. Look at that.
I want to be a clicker with a
Fungal
bottle
growth.
in my head fungus.
Cordyceps. Yeah. Everyone's dream.
And Grant, when I lurk around the design area, because sometimes we have, you know, things to do in the
Sure.
like I oftentimes will see you working on scripting and things like that. I think like that's a lot of the day-to-day is just basically refining everything, making everything sleek and running smoothly.
Yeah. So it's cool. Only so much of what I can put in the game are things that I can control myself. A lot of what I put in the game is animation or art or foreground actors, things that have come from other places. Characters is a huge part of it, like NPCs and everything that are brought in by our amazing character team. Like, so anytime I'm at my desk, it's tweaking the stuff that I can, and anytime that I'm not, it's going and talking to folks to get the
Which
stuff
on
that
that
we
note, it's important to mention that when we're working on something, it's very collaborative. It's encouraged. Get up out of
100%.
your desk. Go to the other department and talk to them. Get what you need, and get it working together, and make
Yeah.
sure everybody's on the same page. But that's just the process of how Naughty Dog has always been. It's like
Yeah.
get up out of your seat and go make it happen.
Which I love. Like, I'm 100% about that, because any kind of just like, I'm going to seal myself off and just only focus on my stuff is, has never been the way that I like to operate. Like, I so much more prefer, like, let's all get together or hop over to one another to desks and get stuff rolling, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I learned my first week was like, our lead turned to me and was like, get out your desk, go ask the
Yep.
question. And I was like,
Yep.
how? They're going to bite my head. It ended up being like, yeah, it was actually way easier than me just going back and forth or emailing.
For
or,
sure.
You know, messaging them. Like, it just also gives us more camaraderie, I think.
Sure, because it's something everybody understands and has had to go through themselves when they started of how to navigate getting up, getting FaceTime with people. And once you get into that habit, it's a way of operating that I enjoy a lot.
And yeah, let's just give one more maybe set piece and then check out, and then Kathy, I just want to know what you do day to day.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah, I already thumbs it up.
Yes.
already got the big ups for The Last of Us Part 2, Burning Car. Ape. Naughty ape.
Naughty Ape, so
Well,
good.
Here, you pick one.
Am I picking one?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, day to day. So you also kind of take the ingest from like focus testers, and you also work with developers to make sure that they
do some
can
Jack-inspired
address
scenery.
those.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, what else would you do day to day?
Is this all right?
Oh, absolutely.
Some Jack scenery?
We kind of just like,
hit
other
on all
than
of our-
getting the testers coming in, making sure everything's okay, we kind of go through the list of all the issues that we've run across.
Oh, cool.
We get in contact with all developers.
So
For example,
cool.
like Grant and Marianne, we QA is always trying to engage
so
with
impressed
developers
with
as
this.
well because, like Marianne said, we're a team. So it's good to be communicative when it comes to issues that we find because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just an accident.
Yeah.
A happy accident that we enjoy finding.
Were you
Yeah.
something
No, like
But then other than that, we kind of just like go with the flow of things and we leave when everyone's happy and ready to leave. So
Oh man, no
It's-
pressure,
no.
but that's really cool because like I also love seeing, like especially from Focus Team, like there's been times where we've seen people like react so cool, like it's so cool.
Oh
my
my
Like
God.
it's so cool to see people react in lifetime to
that
what you're
is
doing.
the perk of working in the focus room is that when we see these people, especially people who have never played a Last of Us game or never played any Naughty Dog game, they play the game and they're like
I can move.
getting these genuine
Yeah.
genuine responses and this just touches my heart. And then people are saying this is incredible and this is amazing or and then they give amazing feedback. Amazing feedback. And I don't know, that's one of the perks of working focus test is just seeing that reaction and feeling their emotion just right like real time, like right there.
And it's a huge help. We take that feedback super seriously and are always like that's having that you guys helping curate that and handle all that stuff.
Yes,
It makes a
it's
big
great,
difference.
it's great.
Thank you so much, Dream Team. So,
Dream team, dream team, dream team on the
Yeah.
stream.
I'm in
as
love
our-
with the sky
Yeah.
and
The
the water.
sky
Like
is
It's like
so
brush
cool.
strokes,
Oh,
and
it's
I'm
so pretty.
all for
It's
that.
so-
Oh, and then
Aw, it's okay. He won't say anything.
It's okay.
and the
We don't have to pay
moon.
attention. Yeah, look at that.
That's so gorgeous.
I'm gonna walk out to the dock, but I'm not gonna jump off again.
no, you should.
So it's definitely like a matte painting sky
Yeah, some kind of
or
skybox.
some kind of spherical.
Oh, it looks so
matte.
Sky-
cute.
sky
Look at
sphere.
them. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they're
Oh,
adorable.
I love it.
I love.
That is
is
so
Color
special.
palette is really nice.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna, for sure, revisit this. This is so cool. Can we see the creator real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mini Hero
Mini
304, claps across the board. That is beautiful.
And all of the amazing assets.
Yeah,
that went into
seriously,
this
like-
massive chain.
all
To
these
find all these assets though,
I
are they
know.
listed somewhere?
Yeah, you can search for them.
There's a whole.
So
they've got
there's
all
like a
kinds of stuff.
library
Yes.
of content.
Yeah.
That
so
kind of customization,
there might
that
be
they
already
got some
something
frog.
pre-existing that you wanted to use, and that's really cool.
Wow, there's so much in this.
Yeah.
It
I
just
want to
keeps
know how
going.
much time it takes for somebody to make something like
Yeah.
this, or, you know,
Yeah, like
from-
I definitely want to dive more into the Dreams community. I'm sure that some people, if you're working on a single asset, it's not too bad, but for some of
so
these
many.
larger levels. So with that, I hate to say it, but our hour's over.
It's time.
And that was so much fun. It was a dream. Marianne,
Yeah.
Grant, Kathy, it's been such an honor. Y'all are so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
having
having
us.
us.
Yeah.
Your backgrounds
Yeah.
are so cool, and it's like I keep learning every time we do this. Thank you so, so much. Huge thanks to Media Molecule, Tom
Absolutely,
and
yeah,
Abby. Thank you
huge.
for giving us
Yes.
suggestions. This could have been like such a long show.
100%.
Honestly, I could have sat here for hours, but we have things to do.
Yes.
Sorry. Thank you for all the people who asked questions. Thank you
Yeah.
to all the fans who tuned in. Thank you to all the lurkers too. We see you. And if you want to check out more of Dreams, check out Media Molecule's Twitch. Tom and Abby have some really cool tutorials, and also they explore some of their favorite creations as well. You can check us out Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific. Next week, we are finally doing The Last of Us Remastered.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and the chat goes wild. We're so excited. They're like, finally. And we are so stoked. It's going to be a really special show.
Awesome.
Keep an eye out on our socials if you want to get further announcements. And if you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. If you're on Twitch, 11 a.m. Pacific, put it in your calendar, however you organize your life. I don't judge. Like, subscribe, fave, make us feel better about ourselves. I really appreciate it. Naughty Dog, thanks you, and have a great Wednesday. Thank you.
PlayStation